Howdy folks, hope you're enjoying your weekend and welcome back once again to Fractured Space from EdgeCase Games with the mighty Jingles. And they've just introduced a brand new ship to the game. It's called the Zarek Punisher and it's bloody awesome. In fact, it might even be a little bit too good. Or it could just be that the ship is, well, squarely aimed at players like me. You see, some of the ships in Fractured Space can be a little bit complicated to control. And some of them, while they're easy to control, are only really at their best under specific circumstances, and so the skill becomes making sure you get your ship into those kind of circumstances wherever possible. The Punisher, however, is aimed squarely at the noobs, which probably explains why I'm doing as well as I am in it. You don't require the reflexes of a rattlesnake on crack, or intimate knowledge of the strengths and weaknesses of all the ships that you're going to face in order to be able to make a pretty good fist of things in the Zarek Punisher. And while the Punisher is reasonably competent at just about everything, there is one thing that it does excel at, and that's dealing with stealthers and cloakers. Every weapon that this ship fires, with the exception of its missiles, are plasma weapons, and that means that they leave a damage over time plasma burn effect which prevents ships hit by these weapons from recloaking. These weapons include the main Punisher cannon, which fires a reasonably accurate and rapid-firing burst of plasma bolts at the target, which will apply this damage over time effect and prevent enemy ships who are capable of cloaking from engaging their cloak. The second weapon, however, is a lot more fun to use. This is the Plasma Orb. This fires a long-range ball of plasma that explodes when it reaches its target with a blast radius of 1,000 meters, and generates a ball of plasma that stays in position and applies this damage over time effect to anything in the blast radius, and it only has a 25-second cooldown. So these two weapon systems are great at preventing stealth ships from recloaking once they've been spotted, but what happens when the first you know there's a stealth ship in the area is when he's just decloaked behind you. That's when you're going to use the Environ Shield. This shield prevents not only damage, but it also prevents the application of negative status effects like Black Widow missiles or Basilisk gravity anchors. Which means in that initial moment of surprise when a cloaked ship is getting ready to disable you so he can pin you in place and deal massive damage to you, you're immune to those disabling abilities while the Environ Shield is up. Next you have the Punisher missiles, which are completely standard and absolutely nothing special about those. But finally we have yet another ability that cloakers are going to hate, the Detect Slow. You fire this off, it launches a buoy at the target area which generates a pulse which will reveal any cloaked ships and apply a 20% speed debuff to every enemy ship in the area of effect. And that in a nutshell is the Zarek Punisher. It's a medium attack ship with a whole bunch of abilities designed to make life an utter nightmare for any stealth and cloaked enemies. So let's see what this bad boy can do. I am of course using the mighty Jingles and his faithful sidekick Boo as my captain, which makes things very interesting whenever I hear my own voice coming out of the speakers. It can get quite confusing. The first thing I noticed about this ship was the maneuverability is very, very good. And it can take some getting used to, because there's a definite tendency to oversteer. There's a noticeable feeling of inertia whenever you're swinging this ship around. I want to get in here in beta and capture this station and try to keep the bulk between... No, he's coming underneath. He's coming after me. Okay. Right. Detect Slow away. I mean, he's being focused down by more than me, but that super lifter is getting absolutely slaughtered. He's brought some friends with him, of course. Super lifter down. Let's go after this guy. And you really don't want to be getting that close to a Colossus. You really want to be keeping your distance from a Colossus. I mean, you can see the volume of fire the Colossus is putting out. Second target destroyed. At the moment my shield is up, I'm being pursued by a third target. It's an interceptor. Now my shield is still up because I wasn't being focused, but it's not going to last much longer. In fact, the shield has just died. And I don't have any armour left on the engaged side, so I'm going to have to swing this ship around. But you can see that we've stripped through his armour as well. And not only that, above the target you can see exactly how many of these plasma damage over time effects are stacking on him. And that's not an inconsiderable amount of damage. Each stack of this plasma dot, and I'm constantly reapplying it as long as I keep hitting the target, is doing nearly 50%. I'm not sure exactly how much, but between 40 and 50% as a damage over time effect per stack, as the Punisher cannon does in raw impact alpha damage. It's a very, very nasty weapon. It's probably just as well it's only a medium range weapon. Okay, we've capped this station, going to move on to the next. I do have a Colossus with me, so I'm feeling reasonably safe. I have lost all of the armour on the starboard side of the ship, however, and my hull's at 50%. Oh, these guys are nothing if not persistent. Okay, we're inside the capture zone. There goes the plasma orb. There go the missiles. We've slowed them. You can see all the negative status effects that are being applied to this guy. Oh, bollocks. Third enemy ship just arrived. Alright. Well, I'm going to have to use the shield. Now, the shield does not stop a huge amount of damage. A Punisher with its shield up is still going to go down if it gets focused, but at the moment, they're not actually focusing me. So the shield is holding. Okay, that's good. They're trying to swarm the Colossus. That's good news for me. And it's not terrible news for the Colossus either, because dealing with enemies at close range is what Colossuses are for. Colossuses? Colossi? Whatever. There goes my plasma orb. We're going to finish this guy off. And a third enemy ship has just moved right into the area of effect of the plasma orb, so he's now taking constant plasma damage as well. Actually, no, he isn't. The plasma orb's just died. Oh well, it doesn't last forever. Okay, it looks like the Team R, or at least the Colossus, is definitely helping me focus this guy down. My plasma orb is back off cooldown, only has a 25-second cooldown, and yeah. However, that's actually my kill. Because the Colossus closed in inside the area of effect of the plasma orb, which is going to hurt him, of course, because he's a friendly. But that guy was very unfortunate enough to be trying to fight a Colossus at point-blank range inside my plasma orb, and it was the damage over time effect that killed him. So that's nice. These guys are nothing if not persistent. They obviously don't want us to take this station because this is going to unlock access to their base. However, Gamma is now online. Hopefully I can get in there in time to make a difference. I am a little bit late to this party, but I was waiting to respawn. And shit, Gamma has been lost. Alright, well, let's see if I can take this interceptor down. Got my shield up. Plasma field is up. I've already hit him with missiles. I'm stacking that plasma dot on him. He doesn't like it. Turrets do turn relatively slowly on this thing. My shield is gone. But, well, so is he. Nice. Anything else here? Nope. Well, there's nothing else to fight over. Gamma has been captured by the enemy team and it's not going to be available for capture again for a few minutes. So everybody else has jumped out. And I should probably do the same. So where are we going to go? There's nothing happening in Alpha, but it looks like there's a major football riot taking place in Beta, so that's where we're going to jump. Beta, of course, is where I was killed while trying to capture the enemy gateway station. So second time lucky. It looks like pretty much everybody is piling in there. Although, bizarrely enough, a couple of friendly ships have just followed me into Gamma. I'm not entirely sure why, and they're jumping clear. One of them's moved to Alpha. The other one's jump drive is probably still on cooldown. Anyway, Beta. What do we got? We got the Colossus up ahead. Let's follow him in. I've been spotted. First enemy up. It's a hunter. Missiles away. I do love the sound effect of those missiles. Start working them over with the Punisher plasma cannon. Dots applied. There goes the... Oh, where did he go? I hate it when hunters do that. He's brought a friend along, but let's focus the hunter down. There he is. He jumped behind us. He's swinging the ship around. My armour is good. My shield is up. It's not going to last much longer, however. Missiles are ready. Let's get those away. We're going to get this hunter, no problem. In fact, that is actually the Colossus. That's the Colossus's flat cannons. That's not actually me coming under fire. Well, I am coming under fire now, of course, because this superlifter has just turned up. And he's making short work of the armour on my starboard side. Let's try and get above him. But ventral armor takes some of the hits, and there's two of them down there. This is not good. Plasma field just expired. Missiles away. And the Colossus. This close to a Colossus, Jingles? That's not particularly smart. We'll fire off the plasma field and then attempt to disengage after killing this Colossus. Yes, we got it. Okay, there's two friendly ships up here now. We've got a Watchman in support, as well as that Colossus. But this super lifter, he really wants me. At this point, I really should have cut and run, because if you have a look at my health bar, I've got nothing left. The only thing that's keeping me alive is the shield. And that super lifter knows that if I take one damaging salvo, I am dead. Now, he's taken a lot of punishment. I am in a Punisher, after all. But I left it just a little bit too late to try to get around the cover of that asteroid, because the shield has gone, which means the next damaging hit is taking me out as well. Oh well. That's why we have respawns. Let's see what the rest of the team are up to while I wait out the respawn, which does increase in duration the more often you get killed. Okay, well, it looks like they've got everything in hand. 3 on 1 now. Oh no, 3 on 2. I do love watching a pair of Colossi broadside each other like that. It's just, it's brutal. It's like, it really reminds me of watching the new Battlestar Galactica, when you see the Battlestars opening up with their flak batteries. Switch into the Watchman. Oh, and I'm about to respawn. Okay, right, let's get stuck in. Gonna pick an attack upgrade, and we're just gonna jump straight back into Beta and continue taking the fight of the enemy, because the battle is raging over their northernmost station. If we can take that, we can jump into their base. So I need to get over there quickly, support those guys before any further enemy ships jump in. I've been in this kind of situation in a Colossus many times. It's not the fastest ship around, and usually by the time I make it all the way to the far end of the sector, I'm the last ship left alive on my team. Oh, I'm seeing a target very low on health. Can I get him with the missiles? No, I cannot get him with the missiles. I couldn't steal that kill. Never worry. Plenty more kills to be stolen. There's that interceptor again. Is he on the far side of the base shield? I think he is. Okay. Oh, Colossus low on health, and he's in range of the Punisher cannon. 13-kilometer range on these guns. Yep. I could steal that one. Where did the interceptor go? There he is. Oh, hello. Missiles away. Yeah. Again, he's getting focused. He's not going to last much longer. And Gamma's online in 30 seconds. So, finish this guy off. And actually, no, there's another one. Alright, finish this guy off. And hopefully, shield up. Be able to, as well as kill this guy, capture this station, and get into Gamma. 10 seconds. It's going to be really tight. He's being focused pretty heavily though. Right, we got him. Capture the... oh crap, no. There's more of them. Yeah, I might have screwed this up. They're fighting pretty hard to defend this station. And if I try to jump out now, I'll take even more damage while the jump drive is spooling up. So we've hit this guy with the plasma orb, which did a fair old amount of damage. The Punisher cannons are absolutely pounding him. We got him. I'm coming under fire again though. We've nearly captured this station though. The fight is raging in Gamma. That Hunter's back. Okay, the armour is pretty much all gone on the side that's facing him. I need to get the ship turned around. My plasma orb missed. That's not good. And he's jumped. He's going to be behind me. I don't have any health left. Can I jump to the base? Can I? He's on the far side of the base shield. I have made it. Now, I'm not going to last too long in here, but I can hopefully at least get some sort of damage done to the enemy base while the rest of the team secures Gamma. And he's followed me. Somebody just jumped in. So I'm pretty much only going to survive for as long as this shield lasts. I've taken out one of the missile turrets, but yeah. Well, it was something. And now, of course, I'm waiting out the respawn timer again. I should probably, because I didn't really have much of an effect on the enemy base there, should probably have jumped to home. and gotten some repairs and upgrades, rather than... because that was a largely futile attempt to inflict any kind of damage on the enemy base. Although, I don't know, the rest of the team are piling in here as well. After securing Gamma, I'm just sitting here waiting for the respawn. Come on, I want to get stuck in. That's a lot of enemy ships. Look at this guy. He's weathering a storm of enemy fire here. 12 seconds before I respawn. The Colossus has managed to get in there now as well. But I'm counting 2 or 3 enemy ships. Looks like they're focusing the Hunter. There's an enemy Colossus. I'm about to respawn. Can I get in here in time to do something? Or are they all going to get picked off before I can get there? It's worth a shot. So while we still control the gateway station in Beta 2, I'm jumping to Gamma, because with that station under our control I can jump from Gamma to the enemy base. I just have to wait out the cooldown of my jump drive. Oh, enemy ships attempting to take the gateway station. I've got to get out of here while it's still up before they shut it down, and I've made it. So that's the good news. I made it. The bad news is we only have 1 surviving ship in this sector when I arrived, and he's just jumped out. So, bollocks. Guys, I'm here, I made it. Guys, where are you all going? So, oh, bugger. Yeah, I should have, once again, jumped clear. But I thought I'd stick around and see what damage I could do. Short version, not a lot. There's just far too many enemy ships. And the Punisher shield was not designed to repel firepower of this magnitude. I did at least manage to catch that Colossus inside my plasma orb, and did some damage, but yeah. Oh well. 47 seconds before I can respawn. 47 seconds later, seconds out, round 4. This time I'm going to try the scenery in Alpha. That looks like... well, it looks like both teams are split fairly evenly between Alpha and Beta. We no longer have the combat buff from holding Gamma. Oh, Colossus. Oh, hang on a second, Jingles. Think about this after you get your missiles away. That's a Colossus. It's big, it's slow, and it's deadly at close range. Okay, my Punisher cannon only have a 13.1, I think, kilometer range. And while the Colossus can definitely launch his missiles at me at this kind of range, and I'm not the only one shooting at him, he's also being engaged at long range by a Watchman. If I just back off and keep pounding him with the Punisher cannon and the missiles, yep. Colossus is a very, very tough ship, but it's not designed to survive for particularly long when it's engaging enemies at long range, outside the effective range of its flak cannons, particularly when it's been focused by more than one ship. Let's get this station captured. It's just me and a Watchman in here, but very little opposition. I'm not seeing any other enemy ships. Just shooting up these cargo freighters attached to the stations for resources. Still haven't been detected. No further enemy ships in this sector. Myself and the Watchman are capping the next station, and it looks like the rest of the team over in Beta are now fighting for control of the gateway station. Can we take this one while the enemy are naturally going to be focused on defending that gateway station? Can we sneak a capture of this one and jump into the enemy station via the back door? Well, let's find out. Not entirely. Oh well, it's only one enemy ship. Let's do it. It's the Colossus, of course, so yeah. I don't really have much of an option other than to get close to this guy, but he's focusing his guns on the Watchman, which means I'm having an easy time of this. Right, we got him. Gamma is online in 10 seconds. Okay, this time rather than just jumping straight into the enemy base, which we could do, let's jump in there with a combat buff. And to get that combat buff, we're going to have to capture Gamma while it's up. And the enemy team are in the process of capping it, so we need to get in there. Start shooting up this Hunter. Get inside the capture radius. Missiles away. there's the plasma drone as well. Yeah, he doesn't like that. My shield is up. He is dead. Any other enemy ships in here? I don't think there are. They're all busy defending the gateway station in Beta. Alright. We've decapped Gamma before that lone hunter could successfully capture it. And now the two of us, we now have the Gamma combat buff. And now that the rest of the team have taken that gateway station in Beta Quadrant, we can jump from here. I'm going to ignore this guy. He's arrived too little, too late. And we're going to jump straight into the enemy base with the combat buff and most of the team intact. In fact, all of the team intact. And if we can't take the enemy base with these kind of advantages, then, well, quite frankly, we don't deserve to. So first target, the Interceptor. Everybody else seems to be focusing him. I'm going to do that too. And he is down. Next target. I know you shouldn't really engage a Colossus at close range if you can possibly avoid it, but, well, I've hit him with a slow, and it's not the fastest ship around in the first place, which means he's stuck inside the plasma orb, and his turrets do turn pretty slowly. So I'm able to actually avoid the majority of his shots. My armour is still holding on the engaged side. The armour isn't going to hold forever, of course, but, well, it doesn't need to, because we've just capped. And so that's victory in the Zarek Punisher. Brand new ship. Just released in Fractured Space. And it is awesome. Again, I probably only think that because the ship is aimed squarely at newbies. So, yeah, big surprise. Jingles likes a ship that's really easy to play. Well, I am what I am. But yeah, I really do like this ship. It's immense fun to play. So, let's see how we did. Come on, battle results screen. I don't have all day, I'm a busy gnome. And here it is. Oh, hold on. Hey! Leveled up. That's a reasonable amount of experience, actually. Yes, thank you, Admiral. I'm sure you know which side of my chest the medals go. No, really, it was nothing. So, the Zarek Punisher, brand new ship in Fractured Space, just released. It was supposed to be released on the 28th of February. There was a slight delay. It actually came out yesterday on the 2nd of March. Very good ship, very easy to use, an absolute nightmare to face if you're piloting any kind of stealth cloaking ship, and pretty handy against everything else as well. At least as part of the team, it does not react well to sustained and concentrated focus fire. That shield is not really there for absorbing huge amounts of damage. It's there to prevent the application of negative status effects and give you a few seconds to make good your escape when you start getting focused and your armor's been stripped. Something that I conspicuously failed to do on multiple occasions in today's video, but well, that's why I'm here. I make the schoolboy errors so you lot don't have to. It is all part of the learning process, but I'm definitely going to be bearing that in mind the next time I take the Zarek Punisher out for a game of Fractured Space. In the meantime, I hope you enjoyed today's video, I hope you're all having a great weekend, and as always, take care, and I'll catch you next time.